Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a torta with some bad habits. Bye, bye. Are you guys ready for the new hit? The new hit series, Super Fridays, supers across all platforms. Let's have a Super Friday today. Let's start our weekend off right. Bang, bang. To the intro. Welcome back to the channel, and if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking. And I appreciate all the support, man. I'm very humble. Look at, I got fucking beard hairs everywhere. We're doing it, right? So I wanted to do a video. The first video I wanted to do for Super Friday, man, is called Super Firme. Órale, high power fitness. This is for la raza que pasa, right? Hola, Super Firme, high power fitness. There was a video that was made yesterday by Dubs, right? And the video was called Frenemies, fake friends, people that are cool in your face, smiling faces. They'll smile in your face, but behind your back, they're getting their motherfucking Michael Myers on. Look, I'm going to tell you guys right now, man, there's a lot of people that are going to think the shoe fits on certain individuals. They're going to say, hey, watch out. Look at this guy. This guy said this or this guy said that. Here, toma, wear this Jordan. Oh, it doesn't fit. Make it fit. A lot of people were saying high power fitness was who Dubs was talking about. Look, when Dubs does videos, 9 times out of 10, we chop it up. He's like, hey, bro, I'm going to do a video on this. We bounce ideas off each other's head like, hey, bro, what are you going to do today? What are you going to do tomorrow? Sometimes we don't. And usually when we don't, great minds think alike. It's crazy, right? We'll have the same type of content, different perspectives, but same subject. And there'll be people that the haters will go in on us and they'll say, damn, Gun, you and Dubs, all you do is copy each other and this and that. No, that's not all we do, right? But what happens is they don't say nothing about the other 20,000 people talking about it, but just us, right? We're the bad guys. And so when I seen the video yesterday, Dubs was like, hey, I'm doing a video, but he didn't really tell me too much about what it was about. And so I seen it pop up and I immediately tapped in because I thought he was talking about me. He said fake friends. I said, damn, I'm fake, right? I was tripping. And so I watched the video and he starts talking about whatever he's talking about. And immediately my phone started blowing up. I started getting text messages. I started getting DMs. I started getting, people are like, is he talking about this guy? Is he talking about that guy? Who's he talking about? First of all, man, you're asking the wrong person because even if I knew what time it was, I'm not going to tell you what time it is. That's not my get down. That's not what I do. I don't speak on the homies. And second of all, man, it's none of my business, nor is it your business. But he put it out there for the world to see, right? So it got people guessing, especially in the prison genre, this little tight circle, knit circle on YouTube, the YouTube yada, right? It got everybody thinking like, what's going on? Who said what? Why'd they say it? And there was a lot of people pointing fingers at high power fitness. Now, it's time for me to keep it real, high power fitness. It's time for me to break everything on down, bro, because I feel like a fool over here if I don't. I feel like I'm hiding something, right? I feel like if I don't speak on the truth, then people are going to keep guessing. So it's time for me to explain the unexplainable, right? Now, have me and high power fitness had conversations in the past? Absolutely. 100%. We've chopped it up. You know, the way I was brought up in the game, Southern politics and Southern business is their business, right? Their politics. You know, I tell stories about being involved in melees or fights or whatever with Southsiders, and that's the truth. I'm not putting 10 to 10 on it. I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not putting tapatio. I'm not putting the seasoning from the chili packet that tastes good on SOS and YA. I'm not doing none of that. I'm telling the truth, right? And sometimes people are going to feel a certain type of way. Sometimes people that have really done time and that really know what time it is, they're going to be like, you know what, Gun speaking truths right there, man. Facts. But I try not to get all in depth. And even when I know some things, it's not I'm not in a position to speak on it, okay, at all. Especially being not an gang member and not doing all that and not being in that mix anymore and just being a father, single father, raising kids. Like, really, that's not my thing. So I'm not going to go too in depth on some things I do or don't know, but I tell my stories. High Power Fitness has always been very respectful to me and Dubs, right? Now, as far as his interaction with me, I could tell you guys, we've had phone conversations. I could tell we've had text messages. I could tell you it hasn't never been speaking on politics or speaking on gangs or asking about who's this or what's that. None of that. It's always been, hey, G, I liked your video. Respects. Much love and respects. Hey, thank you for the shout out. Always respectful. Now, I understand he's in a position down there in the SGV LA area, right, where it's tricky. It's tricky, man, when you're still in good standings, when you're still out and about in your community, when you're still in your neighborhood, when you're still you're loved by the loved ones that you function with since day one, right? They might feel differently than you feel. They might apply a little pressure. They might say, hey, bro, why you fuck with that cat? He's no good. Well, who told you that? Well, I heard on the internet. That's the problem. Too many people are listening to what's going on the internet without doing homework and their due diligence and their due process and kind of figuring it out. But I don't say go do that because who the fuck cares? Who really cares what standings a man's in? Who cares? As long as a man ain't a fucking chomo or a weirdo or told on the whole world, then who gives a fuck, right? Really. And even then, you have the option to stay away from them. It's very simple in life. You don't have to make a post or make a video or go in and talk shit and leave DMs and do all that and play them little kid games. You could just say, you know what? I'm not feeling what this guy's talking about. I'm going to go ahead and delete, right? I'm not going to watch him. So I know High Power Fitness as far as he has supported my channel or watched my channel. I can't necessarily say support. Support's a different word to use. Support is someone who taps in, like my boy Lali. Support is someone who taps in. They're like, I got you no matter what, bro. I rock with you. I fuck with you. You're my guy when it comes to this, right? But then there's other people that like the videos. They laugh. They have a good time. They don't necessarily support me as an individual in my life, but I do something for them that makes them smile, man. And with that, they appreciate it. Okay, and that's how I think High Power Fitness is. That's a Firme as well, the super Firme, right? He appreciates that I can make him laugh. He appreciates the content I put out there. Every conversation that me and that Vato has been very civil and very respectful and not gang related. It hasn't went into the hey, who's this and why is that? And, you know, if anything, I have took it upon myself to help him when he started his channel. Like, hey, bro, if you do this or if you do that, you know, this is how you can gain more support, more followers. You know, simple things. Nothing that's going to hurt him. And everything that's going to help, because that's the type of person I really am in real life. I want to see everyone bubble up. I want to see everyone come up. So immediately yesterday when Dubs made this video and he was talking about frenemies, fake people who smile in your face, who talk, you know, good behind the scenes, and it's all Firme and it's all super Firme and good. Then they immediately make videos talking shit. Well, immediately people said, oh, that's High Power Fitness. And I don't know why. You know, I understand that he has done some videos that were a little controversial towards myself and Dubs. Okay, that's the way people took it. I never took it that way. Dubs ain't never took it that way, but I can't speak for him. I'm going to speak for myself and saying I've never seen a video that dude's did where it really hurt my heart. Where I'm like, you know what? Oh, man, I'm going to lose some sleep tonight. Oh, shit, my heart's racing, right? I never seen that. What I seen is a man that's trying to do the best he can and work with what he's got. And it's hard to be in a certain standings. You gotta look at it from his perspective. It's hard to be him, and when everyone's shooting at him with this association, well, you associate with this guy. I've never met High Power Fitness in real life in my life. Never shook his hand. He's never shook my hand. He's never shook Dub's hand. We've never given each other a hug, a mean mug, or a shoulder shrug. It's never been any of that. It's all been word of mouth, like, hey, man, respects. All respect, because I do respect the raza coming up. I respect the fact that fool, his diet, his nutrition and his dietary plans and all that, they're on point. Like, you can see the results. I don't look at him as a gang member and a super Firme Vato from El Monte, Florida. It's like, if that's his neighborhood, allegedly, if that's what he represents, if that's where he grew up, Firme, man. I've had some interaction with some of his homeboys while incarcerated, and it's all been good interactions and some bad, some riots, some melees we got into because the Vatos were about it, right? But it's never been a situation where there's hatred or I'm pinpointing or anything like that. And I've never heard him really say too much bad about me. Now, he has mentioned my name a lot. He's mentioned Dub's name a lot, right? And I think that's more so because he's trying to get on the YouTube thing. And pobrecito, unfortunately for the homeboy, man, it took him down a rocky road. Now you have shooters shooting at him. Now you have haters hating at him, right? You have trolls trolling at him. And the reason why they're doing that is because they believe you support those guys that we don't support. First of all, who gives a fuck who you support? And who gives a fuck who he supports or I support? At the end of the day, man, if you don't like it, don't watch it. It's that simple. But now you got people that automatically, because Dubs makes a video, they're saying, oh, bro, they're talking about hype. He's talking about high power. They're putting words in Dub's mouth. Dubs never mentioned a name. He never said nothing. I ain't never said nothing. I'm pretty straight up. One thing about me, that's why I'm hated a lot. One, because they're envious of me. Second is because I'm pretty fucking straight up. And I would tell you straight up, Stavato, he's the problem, right? But I'm not. I'm not saying that. I support, respect High Power Fitness's thing, right? Are we friends? No. Are we associates? No. We're not any of that. You know what we are? We're two grown men, proud men, solid men doing our thing that from a distance say, hey, I like what that Vato's doing over there. I could get behind that. I could support that message, man. What's wrong with that? People, oh, bro, I'm going to expose that you support these guys. Meanwhile, the same dude's doing that got a fucking bad jacket. How are you a dropout gang member? Just because you tell everyone I changed my life now, I do this and I do that, you're still, it doesn't matter. You're still in bad standings. You're still fucking deal, right? No matter what you do, you ain't bought back. You're still what you are, right? And you, because you're jealous of a couple other guys that you say are not in good standings, right? That are not even part of what you were a part of. I'm not, right? And you just shooting at a motherfucker because someone's like, hey, bro, I support you guys. G-Man, I hope you guys do good in your channel. We're not going to eat dinner together. We're not going to fucking celebrate Thanksgiving and share cranberry sauce. We're not going to fucking watch how the Grinch stole Christmas at Christmas time. But I just support what you guys are doing. Gee, I respect it. Oh, man, this guy's all bad. No, you're all bad. He's all good, bro, still. He's in good standings. High Power Fitness is good. He paroled good. He did what he had to do as a man, solid behind the walls. He did his time. He's in his neighborhood. He's going to lowrider car shows. Him and his old lady are having a great time going to Vegas and doing their things. You know what I'm saying? Hey, support the raza making power moves wearing shower shoes. Like, respect it, but you're bad. And you're like, oh, man, you fuck with them guys. You're all bad. No, you're all bad. You're even worse because all you do is talk about them guys. I'm just being real right here, right? Super Firme. So for those that got that video misconstrued and automatically figured, hey, Dubs is talking about this guy, one never knows does one. Who is the wind's blowing? Super Day. No one knows who Dub is supercalifragilisticexpialidociously talking about. Indubitably, word of the day. The fact is, it doesn't even matter. Who cares? I know, we know, you don't know. And the reason why you don't know is because it doesn't matter. There's a lot of fucking kids playing kid games on this YouTube. There's a lot of people that want to shoot arrows and want to talk shit, man. But you can't throw rocks when you live in a glass house. Now, there's going to be people that make videos about this. Oh, Gunner's trying to justify. He's trying to cover up. I ain't doing none of that, bro. I'm just speaking real. If I had something to say, I'm going to say it. I try not to because I think it's idiotic and stupid. I just had a conversation this morning with an individual, and I told him all this shit is stupid. If everyone was in their lane, in their own zone, making videos, making the people laugh, making the people cry, getting them emotional, doing whatever you got to do, entertaining, then we wouldn't have to worry about this bullshit. But there's too many childish people that have never been anywhere. And when I say never been anywhere, that doesn't mean prison, but they've never been anywhere in life to justify what they do. But they're going to continue to do it because it's their lane. And like Dub says, what does he say? Hey, man, if they can get a couple views off of it, do your thing. You notice, man, I'm not reporting people about using my content. I'm not hating on people about using I don't do nothing. I get reported on every day. If I do a video, I get a fucking email. They reported me on it. They said this. They said your mental health. They said you're fucking suicidal. They said like all these different things. And I'm like, wow, it's crazy. You know, you're supposed to be solid, but all you're doing is report. trying to end my channel. It's not going to happen, bro. It's not going to stop till I want it to stop. And when that day comes, like I said, I'm going to stand up, show you what you've been lusting for, and then bounce. I'm talking to those who know who I'm talking to. All the rest of you people who support the supers, we're doing a new thing, man. Super Saturday, Super Friday, Super Sunday, supers all weekend long, man. But today is Super Friday. We're going to get supers in on every channel. So I appreciate the support, man. As far as high power fitness goes in, I ain't got a bad bone in my body directed at that individual. I ain't got nothing bad to say about him because he's never said anything bad about me. What he has said, and I've watched videos, man, and people like, oh man, he's clowning you, he's calling you a rat, he's calling you this, he's calling you that. Look, he's a viejito, man. He's an older gentleman who remembers doing time back in the days, right? And it's hard sometimes maybe for him to facilitate the message he's trying to get across. But I also believe he's an honest, open, and real individual enough that if he has a fucking issue or problem, he has my number. He can call and tell me. There's never been any of that. It's only been respectful and civil, and that's a fact, right? As far as who Dubs is talking about and everyone's worried about Dubs, everybody's worried about Dubs. You know, hey, there's no reasoning for him to explain what he wants to do. He does his videos. You know, I just thought it was crazy that everybody was like, oh man, it's this guy, or it's that guy, or it's this guy. Like, ooh, where's Waldo? Who did it? Who did it? Doesn't matter who it is. The fact is, it is somebody. There are people that are two-faced. There are people that play both sides. There are people that run as fast as they can over there. Hey, Skittle said this and Skittle said that. And whatever little nicknames and fuckboy shenanigans they want to play. I don't care. I'm a grown man. I'm a father, man. I didn't wake up this morning like, oh, I got to retaliate. I woke up this morning like, I got to take my kids to school. Got to make sure they got their snack. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure that I'm on point. I got to make sure I got my driver's license on point. Like, I got to make sure that my life is lifing, right? I'm not worried about prison. I'm not worried about gangs. I'm not worried about haters. I'm not worried about you. None of that shit affects me really. But today I said, today I got time. Oh, power! I got time. Today is a Super Friday. So I'm going to talk about Super Firme as high power fitness and how he's always been super respectful to me. Okay? I know a lot of you guys tuned in because you wanted to see the drama and what am I going to say? Am I going to put him on blast? Blast for what? What's that dude ever done? He's getting a lot of misplaced hatred. And I've explained to him. Let me give you a little background, right? Into our conversation. I explained to that Vato when he uses my picture and Dub's picture as thumbnails, bro, you've opened the doors for hate. The only way to get away from that is not to speak on it. That's all I could do and all I could say respectfully, right? That dude's a good man. That dude's trying to help the raza get fit, better. Anytime he's been on my live, man, and we don't ask him to be on the lives, and I don't ask anyone. If you support, and I appreciate it. But it's not like you got to be there or else. There has been other content creators that have done that. If you don't support me, don't fuck with. I don't do that, right? If you want to come support, have a good time, listen to the music, appreciate that. If not, it's all good too. But when he comes on and he just says, hey, I send mines and everything, he's letting the crowd know. He's not necessarily letting me and Dubs know I send mines. You guys are all good in the hood. I'll take you right here for a taco right here in the Monte Florida. Like, he's not doing that. He's sending his to the chat. Hey, I send mines to the chat. But people take it as, oh, he supports these guys. But it's crazy because you have these trolls. They're in there 24/7. Are they supporting us too? You know, I don't get it, man. You know, I don't get it how people rock one way but don't rock the other. Look, if you're a piece of shit, if you're a person, man, that tries to play both sides, if you're just in it for the entertainment, then sit back, eat your popcorn, and get entertained. But if you are a person, man, that's trying to do the right thing, like I believe high power fitness is, you know, I've seen him say some things, man, that I was like, wow, didn't expect that. But everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Everyone is entitled to their own content and to do and say what they want to say. And he's in a rocky situation. He's in a situation where, like, damn, bro, you know what I'm saying? I really listen. I watch these guys' videos because I fuck with it. But at the same time, bro, if I say that, people are going to trip on me. Fuck those people that trip on you, bro. First of all, do your thing. Don't worry about it. No disrespect towards motherfuckers that just don't fuck with me like that. Like, it's cool. As long as you ain't talking about me, I ain't tripping on you. I ain't even tripping on you if you're talking about me. It's just fact. But I believe that's a super firme dude, man. High power fitness. And no, Dub's video wasn't about him. There you go. With that being said, there, I cleared up all the fucking rumors. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in. That's the betterment of all people. From now on, every Friday, we will be doing Super Fridays where you get super videos on every channel, man. Let's go. And I got supers giving supers piggyback rides. The wind's blowing. The fucking antennas are swirling. And we're going to do it in a menudo style and a direct fashion. With that being said, this video is sponsored by Barrio Liquors out there in Turlock, California in the Central Valle. If you're ever in the Valley, the 209 area, specifically Turlock, tap in with the homeboy Lolly and go get you something cold to drink. Bang, bang.